la! God, this bill of my hat's always funky. How are y'all doing? Happy Saturday? Is that right? Happy Saturday. Oh my Lanta. How is it Saturday already? It's August 30th. August 30th. I don't even know how we got here. What's up, fam G Thrills? The person. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Brian? Ana Luisa. How you doing? What's up? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. We got Dr. Unk. Or Judgment. Just got home from HHN Orlando. 20,000 steps. That's crazy. I have to ask, Poor Judgment, what shoes do you wear? You obviously have good shoes because I think you did three nights in a row of horror nights or 2 days in a row. That's a lot of horror nights. That's a lot of standing and walking. What shoes are you using? I like to use Ultra Boost, Adidas Ultra Boost. Those are the only shoes I wear because those shoes I could go up to 30, 40. I know it sounds crazy, but 40,000 steps. Like I could literally go that much. My feet will be okay. It's very rare I get to 40,000, but I definitely get 20 to 30,000 steps all the time. Especially with the Terror Tram coming back. With Exorcist Believer that everybody asked for. Let's go. What's up, Jack K? We live. What's up, Fran Boy? Pretty Girls Love Maniac. It's on. Good. Let's go. Let's go. It's on. What's up, Justin? Handsome Hanson. We got Conjanapesa. Man, these ats have just thrown me off. Like, I see your profile picture, and I'm just used to calling you something else. So it's like all of a sudden, these ats, you know what I mean? Is this a spoiler-free bonfire? Dude, like, there's no, if you use Twitter, you're just getting wrecked. Spoilers everywhere. Like, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. And, like, the last thing you want to do is, like, unfollow or mute somebody or block somebody. It's just spoilers. Nothing you could do about it. One thing I did do, and, it's what people wanted on Twitter. So, I always like listening to everybody. I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. Why doesn't it show? Well, I'm not going to show. I posted the FNAF pictures behind the scenes on Twitter, but I put like a sensitive flag. So you have to like click it intentionally to see the spoiler photo. That is something I saw somebody do like 3 years ago, and I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. There's some people, they don't want to be spoiled and they follow me, so like I respect that, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm not really gonna get into spoilers, at least as of right now. But I will talk about spoilers and my thoughts going into next week, because it's gonna be no holds bar. I don't even know how else to say it. Starting Labor Weekend, right? Let's go. Let's go. How was your birthday week? This week has been fantastic. one of the best weeks of my life. I don't even know how else to say. I get to enjoy with my family, my friends. I got to spend my birthday with some amazing people, the media team at Universal Studios Hollywood, and John Murdy. I got to spend it with John Murdy. How crazy is that? Totally unexpected. But yeah, for my actual birthday, I was at Universal Studios Hollywood. I thought I was going to be at Disneyland, but plans changed as soon as the opportunity to do it behind the scenes at Five Nights at Freddy came. I was like, I'm not going to skip that, even on my birthday. That's the best birthday gift you could ask for. I was in a Halloween Horror Night house, touring it with John Murdy, going over everything. You can't beat. That's like a $1 million experience. Like, at least that's how I look at it. It's just cool to hear John Murdy talk about all his creations, you know. Gotta ask a question really quick. I know you started, but me and my family want to try Jason Marshmallow as soon as they open the gates. If we have Express Unlimited, will we have time? You got Express Unlimited. You got all the time in the world. I don't know when you're going, but you're good. Life's good. You had a bad walkthrough, go in it again. Why not? I don't know how hype that Marshmallow is. Like, you never know what's the weird thing at Horror Nights that like everybody has to try. It's, you know what I mean? Last year was definitely that marshmallow or Stay Puft s'more. That thing just, anytime you would post about it, it just go viral. It was crazy. I think this year it's the pizza, Five Nights at Freddy pizza, more than anything. But I think you'll be fine. You got Express Unlimited. The world's your oyster, as they say. You're good. You're living good. Do you think it's worth it to just get the Horror Nights after 2 p.m. day and night with early access? If we're not trying to spring for express passes. 2 p.m. early access, you're good. You're good. I don't know when you're going, but there's a possibility you might not be able to do everything. If I were you, I would just start off at Five Nights at Freddy's, make your way to Jason, WWE. I would assume Scarecrow probably doesn't have a long line, but you never know, man. And then just make your way up to the upper lot. But 2 p.m. is nice. It's a great ticket offer. That's the option I chose for me and my cousins and Athea that are going to go at some point. I like that. The 2 p.m. is a great value. I know you don't want to hear this, Jazzy Jess, but if you're struggling with the houses because it's just so busy, they usually sell Express at 11 p.m. for $75 to $150. That sounds like a lot of money, but hey, you get Express to every house for like half the price. So I think it's a great value. You have to have a lot of goddamn energy because it's 11 and you're going to go all the way to 2 a.m. But if you're just kind of looking at it like, hey, I'm not going to finish the houses doing standby, then if you're willing to splurge, 11 p.m. Express is a really nice option. I take advantage of it all the time. There's some times I show up at 11 and I buy the Express and crank out the houses. It's a great feeling to show up at 11 and do everything. It's a great feeling. Let's talk about those D23 announcements. Oh, there really was nothing. I guess the Walt Disney going to Carousel of Progress at Magic Kingdom, that is awesome. Very awesome addition. But what's the other one? Tron putting a new song and the color's red instead of blue. I don't know. I don't think there's much to talk about. I like talking about Disneyland stuff. I don't think there was a peep about Disneyland at all. But whatever, it's a Florida thing over there. So there's just nothing to talk about. Unless I'm missing something, bring it up in the chat. There ain't nothing much. Mondo, what is your most anticipated house this year? Or least anticipated? Most anticipated Terrifier. I'm probably going to do Five Nights at Freddy first, just because I know that line's going to be ridiculous. But Terrifier, I'm humongous Terrifier fan. Terrifier was the first shirt I bought this year. I was like, give me that right there, 3X. Least, I would probably say Terror Tram. But if you had to go house, I would have to say Monstros, mainly just because it's like a returning thing. And we've seen La Llorona already. You know, it's not the first time we've seen her. But yeah, I would say Monstros. But we'll see. Maybe Monstros is a banger and it ends up being top 5, top 4. Those Back to the Future shows murdered my feet at FanFest. There was a lot of walking. Hey, FanFest, every step you took during FanFest, it meant something. Special event. I love FanFest so much. I know Dodgers lost 6-1. Yeah, what's up with the Dodgers? I think I read a stat on Twitter before I went online that they faced 2 pitchers with an ERA 5 point whatever. So they're giving up 5 earned runs per 9 innings. And like the Dodgers scored like 1 run. Both like the 2 games they played, they scored like 1 run or something. I was like, what the? Why are the Dodgers getting rocked by the Diamondbacks? I don't know. I look at the Diamondbacks as bad. Like, they suck. But whatever. I don't know what happened. I'm here for spoilers. With walls down for Fast and Furious, now there's more space to walk. It's really nice. That whole area is nice. It's more open, and I like. We've had those walls for a while, so it feels nice. More area for the murder of crows. Supposedly, that gift shop and the bathroom that is being added from Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift building, that they might open next week. I don't know. Are they going to sell Fast and Furious merch? It's kind of early to sell that, but I'm down to buy some stuff if they sell it. Or it might be a generic store for now, and then it'll become a Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift store. I'm just hoping they sell a Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift hoodie. I will buy that instantly. Like, I don't even care about the shirt. I want the hoodie. So I hope they do that. What's up with the hoodie game at Horror Nights? We ain't getting no hoodies. Like, there better be a FNAF hoodie. Like, what a disaster if we don't get it. When are you back at Six Flags? Very, very soon. Very, very soon. Stay tuned, Master 326. There will be Fright Fest updates, I promise you. Have you been to Orlando? Yes, I've been twice to Horror Nights. They were great. I still think Hollywood's better, but I've been there. Second year RIP with my daughter. Damn, that's what's up. Great time to bond, right? Father-daughter, Horror Nights, RIP. You don't get better than that. That's some good family time right there. Can you give us your game plan of order for HHN? I don't know. For sure it's FNAF. It has to be FNAF. I heard some people, they're like, well, Five Nights at Freddy's is not scary. I totally agree. I didn't think it was going to be scary. I kind of feel that way with Fallout 2. I don't think it's going to be scary. But are they accurate to the movie? Are the sets really good? You know, all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm looking for. For Five Nights at Freddy, my jaw was dropped the whole walkthrough of how ridiculous just movie quality sets and then animatronics and puppets, and you're just like, what the, like, how much money did you guys spend in here? Jim Henson, Creature Shop collab with HHN, God mode, straight God mode. I can't wait to see all the stuff. I kind of feel like ours is different though from Florida, because remember they said it was like 99.9 the same, 99% the same. I don't think they're the same at all. I think it's very different. I haven't seen a full walkthrough yet of Orlando because I'm kind of like trying to stay spoiler free myself as much as I can. I've seen too much, but I don't want to watch full walkthroughs yet. I'll watch them next week. Orlando 12:30. Orlando midnight update. FNAF is still 2 hours. 2 hours. That's the last thing you do. That's the last thing you do. Jason and Terrifier, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Damn, Orlando, dude, they're making money. They're printing money in Orlando. My gosh. Like, Walt Disney World has to be emptier, right? Everybody's doing HHN. Like, there's only so many people out there. And if this much crowd is at HHN, like, I feel like Walt Disney World stuff has to be lower crowded. I would assume. Same thing with all the other Universal parks. They probably lower crowded. Almost. I got Express on the 20th. What day is that? That's a Saturday. Should I do early access as well if I want to leave early? Yes, without a doubt. I love the combo of early entry and express because early entry, most likely you could do 2 things. So it's like you're paying $20 to do 2 things. If you're really lucky, you do 3 things. And then you do express. So it's like you do all the houses plus 3 more things. I like early entry express. That's a great combo. I recommend it. Just spend the 20 more bucks. You're already there. Hey, Mondo, for RIP, what's the earliest I can enter HHN? Can I only enter during my RIP time slot? Yes, you can only enter your RIP time slot. The reason why, you got to go through the RIP room all the way on the right side. And that's where you get your credentials and whatever. It's very rare that you have like a 20-minute gap or something before your RIP tour. I've had the chance to do that where I showed up early and they gave me my credential and I knocked out like Horror Hotel and was it La Llorona or Monstros? I knocked out 2 things before my RIP. Because if you have RIP, you walk in the RIP line. So you just walk right in mazes. But I'm going to say no. That for the most part, it's a no. You show up, just show up 15 minutes before your time or 20 minutes before your time. Mondo, I plan to go to Universal HHN for the first time. Wow. Let's go. I've honestly never been a Universal theme park. Wow, you've never been to Universal and you're going to Horror Nights? I'm super excited. Should I get Express or Express Unlimited? I don't know what your budget is. I have no clue, but if you trust me, Express is awesome. I kind of worry, are you going to like this stuff? You know, that's like my first question. Do you think you're going to like this? Because Horror Nights is a lot. It's a monster. I don't know what your tolerance is when it comes down to Halloween Horror Nights, but if you love it a lot, you're just like a big Halloween person, Express is extremely worth it. If you're somehow rich or you got extra funds, Express Unlimited is like one of the best things ever. Just because there's some times where you have a bad walkthrough. It is what it is. You missed all the scares. Some scare actors weren't even there. You know, people take breaks. Things happen. They switch out the actors, A to B teams, whatever. So when you have Express Unlimited, you had a bad walkthrough, you just get right back in line. And 5-10 minutes later, you do it again. Can't beat it. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. The only thing that beats that is RIP because they go in front of you. Even though you got Express, they go in front of you. But that costs a lot of money. But that's my question. Like, how much do you like horror? That's my first question to ask. We got the Napa Row stuff from Disneyland. Also, some popcorn buckets that are coming to Disneyland. Yeah, it's like a whole lot of who cares? Who cares? I, it's true though. I know that is news, but I was just like, dude, if I would have traveled to Florida for that destination D23, I would have been like, this is just not worth it. All this money and this like idea that they were going to go bigger for their event because they moved it out of the Contemporary to have like 2,000 people to 4,000 people. It was just a bigger moneymaker. That's how I looked at it. Destination D23, I will stay away. As long as they're doing D23 in Anaheim in the convention center or whatever, I'm not going to Destination D23. No, thank you. Waste of money. I say talk what we want next year at HHN. I think a talk to me, Maze, weapons would be interesting. How can they do weapons though? It's not scary. You know what I mean? I thought weapons was boring with a great ending. That's how I felt. It was like a comedy at the ending. I don't think weapons is Horror Night material. That's just me. That's just me personally. But I don't know. Like, what do we want next year? It's it's a good subject to talk about because one thing I have heard John Murdy say a couple times, and I did the behind the scenes thing, and I heard him say it twice. The fans have been asking for these things. We finally deliver. Like, let me. I have the video. I could actually show you the damn video where he says that. Dude, I got so much. I could talk like 10 minutes just about that statement. Let me go to this video. Hold on. I'm trying to stay spoiler free here. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry. I'm not going to spoil you. You're not going to get spoiled. I promise. I promise. All right. Yes.
Started curating the slate for 2025, which started in March of 2024. Really kind of where our heads were at were, okay, we know our fans have been asking us for years, you know, why don't you do Five Nights at Freddy's? Along the same lines, we know, ever since Terrifier 1 came out, our fans have wanted Terrifier. So a lot of this is, simply fan wish fulfillment. It's like,
fucking awesome, man. John Murdy's he's a legend. A legend. Straight up a legend. It's a beautiful thing to hear the creative at the top literally say this is what the fans have been asking for, and then they give it to the fans. I could give you a prime example, and I always refer to it, Disneyland. There's so many things that the fans have been asking for. Send the Halloween party back to Disneyland. They keep cranking out these garbage Oogie Boogies. Like, oh man. Crazy. Do fireworks for Star Wars night. Is there a lightsaber battle for Star Wars night? No, they did 4 years of nothing. Crazy, man. To hear creatives, it's wild. Like, we are living in such a good timeline when it comes down to Universal. My God. Like, I could legit talk 10 minutes more about this, but let's move on. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about we're here to talk about what you guys want to talk about. We got Rick all the way in Vegas. Hell yeah. Gifted a membership. Oh my Lanta. Who did it go to? Mellow Cotton Stud. Hey, thank you. Thank you for gifting a membership, Rick. Hell yeah. Bonfires, Rick. I can't wait to hear how your Vegas trip went, my friend. We also got Bree. We're, oh my land, 40 months. Thank you, Bree. Me and my daughter are finally catching a live. Loving this Saturday Night Live. Thank you for bringing the parks to our home. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I've had a blast. This whole year has been really, it's just been special for me. It's what a ride it's been to this very moment. From like, man, we've done a lot of cool stuff. When I look back at what we've done so far this year, it's pretty crazy. I wish I did more, but I'm not going to Oogie Boogie. I can't convince myself to do an Oogie Boogie. Or almost any of the After Dark events at Disneyland. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But man, we've had an epic. I can't wait to go back to Disneyland like regular for doing more Halloween stuff. I haven't had a chance. I want to buy a pack of the cookies, the pumpkin cookies. Those things are like viral. There's like huge lines, and they're like selling out. I'm like, damn, why? Every time there's good cookies, everybody goes crazy. What I do want at HHN, Lost Boys, Gremlins, Scream. Yeah, Lost Boys, I feel that's been asked a lot. That's been asked a lot. We also got Bree, Super Chat. Wait for it, words with a clock as the A. What? What am I'm so confused. Oh, it's like I'm like, no, okay. It's like a super sticker. I'm like, what are we talking about? Thank you, Bree. So 20th super on the live stream. Thank you so much, Bree. Holy macaroni. What do you want to talk about, Bree? All the stuff to talk about at the parks. What do you want to talk about? I would love to hear something you want to talk about. This whole live stream is what you guys want to talk about. I'm always talking about what I want to talk about. Let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. That's what this whole live stream is about. I think I put it in the title. What do you want to talk about? But thank you so much, Bree. Hey, Mondo, just wanted to ask, are you okay? You seem kind of tired. Heck no, I'm good. The only thing, I was like filming my golf. I went golfing today. I went to Universal and then I went golfing. And I watched a movie. I've had a crazy day. But when I was golfing, I was filming myself trying to get a birdie all day. I think I had like 5 attempts. And I just missed all of them until the last hole. I finally made one. And when I filmed it, the flag was like not in frame. I'm like, this clip's worthless. Nobody's going to believe I made it. But I was golfing like a beast. Like, since I got back into golf, I was averaging like my driver for whatever reason, like 240, which is terrible for me. Because when I used to golf a lot, I would hit 300. Like, it was not an odd thing to hit 300. Like, it was, I could just do it. So now that I've got back into golf, my drives are like 270. So I've like carried 30 more yards. So it's a lot of work to golf, but it's one of my favorite grinds. Golfing is like my favorite thing to do. As much as I do all these theme park stuff, I do it all so I could golf. Being at a golf course, like, I'm just truly happy out there. It's one of my favorite things to do. Could we see potential Jurassic Park maze next year? Never. I've asked that one is always like, it ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. I wish. I totally wish. How would you compare Orlando's Fallout to our Fallout? I feel like a lot of people did not like Fallout over there. And it's the same sentiment that it's not scary. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be scary. But I've been in Fallout. It looks great. There's a lot of double scare and like triple, quadruple scare in our Fallout. I don't know if their Fallout has that. Um, does Orlando do like double scares and triple scare? I don't know. I haven't watched all their POVs. Because like I said, I've seen the spoilers, but I haven't watched a full POV to be like, oh, that's how that all happens. I'm kind of waiting to like, I'm like a couple days away. Might as well just wait. Let's talk about what will remain open in CityWalk after hours since Popcornopolis is gone. Well, you would think it's Insomnia Cookies that has never opened. I hope Slice House stays open kind of late. It's nice to have some pizza after Horror Nights. The only one I really like have an idea might stay open late is Raising Cane's, which I still can't believe Raising Cane's is coming to CityWalk. Like, people are going to come just to eat there. Like, not even do anything else. They just want to go to Raising Cane's. Because, like, I don't think there's a Raising Cane's anywhere near Universal Studios Hollywood. But, yeah, it's probably just like Insomnia Cookie and Raising Cane's. I don't really see... maybe the food court, some of those might stay open late. And when I say late, like beyond 10 p.m., I don't know. I don't see all those food court places staying open that late. Yeah, dude, Brian, number one, Lost Boys. Send an emoji. I know. On my TV, it like reads weird. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dubai chocolate cookies since it's so viral. Yeah, I haven't tried none of that Dubai anything. Is it that good? Like, is it where can I try that kind of stuff? I don't even know. Do you think will get the same HHN sign that Orlando has? Yes. From what I have heard, it will say Halloween Horror Nights in neon. I need to post that picture on Twitter, but there's 7 fire towers that have gone up at the very top. Our fire tower vicinity is badass. It is so good. So freaking good. My dream maze would be Capcom Devil May Cry. Wow! Dude, I haven't heard the words Devil May Cry in a long time. Dude, that game, Marvel, Capcom. But it's Marvel, right? I think it's Marvel. Is it Marvel? Devil May Cry is awesome. I freaking love Devil May Cry. I'm on my way back to Burbank. Oh, nice. We're going to Disneyland. Give us details for when to arrive and how to get the most out of Halloween. That's a good question because my first reaction is like, well, what is Disneyland doing Halloween? The answer is like not a lot. It sounds so weird to say that. I can't wait to talk about this with Danny, like on a speculation tomorrow or Monday. I feel like Disney is in an extreme budget cut crisis kind of thing. We've seen them. They're getting a little dirty with these cutbacks, and not adding things. The 70th, like, what is there to remember about the 70th? I don't know. Paint the night, I guess, but we've had that for like 10 years. But what is there to do for Halloween? There's merch, there's foods. So many foods have arrived. Like, I don't even know what the standout is for Halloween foods. Other than the cookies, that's like the main one. There's a Halloween cavalcade, and it happens twice. I think it's like 145, 245. And it's at Disneyland side. There's a bunch of characters. Jack Skellington is probably a big deal. He's meeting over there next to like the Haunted Mansion store. Like right outside the Pirates of the Caribbean. Jack Skellington's probably the highlight of all this. Haunted Mansion Holiday is a must-do. But like, I think if you show up early, that's where you get to take advantage of all these things because there's not so much crowd. I really feel like the crowds at Disneyland, they're all really showing up at like 11. It's kind of weird lately. there's like bigger crowds showing up at 11, and then there's like bigger crowds that all come after work 5, 6, 7 p.m. Because everybody wants to do paint the night fireworks. But if you could go early to Disneyland, like 8 to 12 o'clock, you're gonna have fun. And then just like go to your hotel or go take a break, go eat somewhere, and then come back. DCA kind of has more Halloween fun, in my opinion, than Disneyland, because you get Monsters After Dark, Mission Breakout. You get the Coco Corner, Coco Show, which is really awesome to catch. And then you also get all of Cars Land, literally Halloween. Everything has a Halloween mix to it. And Cars Land is so much fun to just chill and have a drink or have some food at night. Very beautiful in Cars Land right now. I wish there was a Halloween World of Color. It would just be so good. It's such a good addition, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Halloween fireworks, I think, are the highlight of Halloween time. Halloween Screams is a lot of fun. If you don't want to do crowds, you could always watch it by the pumpkin. At the back of Main Street is perfect spot for the Halloween fireworks. I know there's projections on the castle, but they put the projections all down Main Street. So like, it's perfect. The back is perfect. Or Rivers of America or Small World. You don't always have to be on Main Street. If we all wear BioShock tees to Horror Nights in Midsummer, will there be a BioShock house at Horror Nights in the future? I think you're saying that because like John Murdy said something of like, I keep track of all the shirts that people wear. And usually that's like a popular thing. You know, they're wearing their shirt to Horror Nights. Like, even though like we're not having that IP or whatever the shirt is at Horror Nights, but they love that franchise. Which is true, right? They already spent money to that thing. BioShock? Should BioShock come to Horror Nights? That's a good question. We got the person super chat. What would you like to see replace Simpsons Land? There's only one answer. Darker universe. Like, we've already seen Dark Universe in Florida. I want a bigger, more badass version than whatever the hell they got. With an expansion pad, if this is a hit, more Universal Monsters. And we get the show. They didn't get their stadium show. They put that crappy werewolf ride. I want the stadium show. Please. Yes. Whatever the hell that was going to be, bring it to Hollywood. It's the perfect place for a show, Hollywood. Dark Universe. I don't know what they would call it. I don't think they would call it Dark Universe here. That's why I'm saying Darker Universe. But they should just call it the Home of the Monsters, you know? It's kind of a weird name, but it works. Like, you guys want to go home? It'd be kind of weird to say that, but the monsters were born in Hollywood. Like, there's no other way to say it. That's what I would want. Why don't you like Mickey's Mixed Magic? I liked it for 2-3 years, and I can't stand it the other 2-3 years after that. That's how I feel. It's not good. It was a celebration for Mickey 90th. We're like 6 years from that now. Why are we still playing that song? We do not want to hear that song, especially when we have Wondrous Journeys that could be a great fill instead of that version. We don't need Mickey's Mixed Magic ever. Let's move on. Yeah, it's just like to not crank out Wondrous Journey. Like, Mickey's Mixed Magic is such a bad show. Nobody wants it. Speaking of Raising Cane's, has it opened? No, it's still closed. To me, it looks like they're nowhere near done. Because we're thinking of either eating In-N-Out. If it's not open, do you recommend any other quick service? You only have like 3 options, honestly. In-N-Out, Vivo, and then NBC Sports Grill and Brew. Those are your three options. So whichever one you're in the mood for, stick to those three options. Like if you listen to me, your trip will just be that much better if you dine in one of those three things. Don't go outside of those three things. With the amount of money FNAF is going to bring in HHN, we're probably going to get FNAF 2 movie. I know. I was just talking about that. FNAF, you could just clock FNAF 2 next year, right? The movie comes out in December. Yeah, we're going to have FNAF 2. Like, and it's not something weird. Remember, we had Walking Dead, all those versions, Purge, all those versions. Like, it's not something weird. They've done it before. Super chat. 28 JJ, man. Thank you for the $4.99. I'm still standing by my dream mazes. Scream, Pennywise, Conjuring, Titans of Terror 2, and Slipknot. Also hype stream. Hey, thank you. Hey, I love Slipknot, man. I love Slipknot. I listen to it all the time. But the problem with Slipknot, like to listen to the real music I like, I can't have a baby in my car. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have hip hop blasting with my baby in the back. Slipknot, just not baby appropriate. So, I'm listening to Kentiko's super simple, silly songs. Like, Max likes the oldies, so that's a great middle ground for me. I love the oldies. He loves the oldies. His favorite song is Stand By Me. In the very beginning, he's always like, you know what I mean? I love Slipknot, dude. I felt the air rise up and live down. I don't know why they have never done a Slipknot house. Like, you would think Slipknot would get a house before the Weeknd, but the Weeknd, I get it, just more popular. It's just it's probably a money thing. But Slipknot should totally be a house. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Is the DCA Lorcana event worth the hassle of a rope drop for a wristband? Yes. I loved it. I did a video on it. Nobody watched it, but it's okay. I like doing videos that I enjoy. Lorcana is a lot of fun. Look, I bought this. I don't know if it's gonna show. I got a Mufasa playmat, which I'm very proud of. I don't know if it'll come out. Let me see. There we go. It's this one. I can't wait to play Lorcana. Danny's been begging me since the first one to play, and I couldn't buy the cards because it was so stupid. Everything was inflated because there was low product. I was like, I give up, Danny. I don't want to deal with that garbage. But I guess Lorcana is in a new set since they rotated the old stuff out, so it's only the new stuff now. And I like that because it's like everybody has to start over. So I got into Lorcana. I'll see if I like it. I might not like it. Don't forget, Disneyland now closes at 11. Not sure when midnight closing. Yeah, Disneyland cut back on hours. I feel like this is not a normal thing, but whatever. Instead of closing at 12, Disneyland's closing at 11. DCA, instead of closing at 10, they're closing at 9. It's kind of crazy. Speaking of Disney cutbacks, what's up with the new hours coming up closing at 11? So no more midnight? I know, a lot of people are pissed. You want to talk about Disney cutbacks? You guys, you have to be honest with me, all right? I want your honest reaction to what I'm going to show you. Let me show you this. I don't know what the answer is because I don't really eat churros anymore at Disney. I don't like churros are not a thing I eat. It's very rare I eat a churro at Disney, especially one of the specialty ones. To me, the regular churro is usually better than whatever this weird mixture of things they put on a churro. Just a regular churros, it's peak. It's 5 out of 5. You know what I mean? All right, let me show you guys this. So shout out to the homie Food at Disneyland, one of my favorite people to follow. He posted this right here. $7.50 for half a churro. What? Is this real? I gotta read the caption. Over here. The new Straw Batty Churro from Haunted Mansion Churro Cart in Disneyland. It's $7.50. Strawberry filled churro, all this toppings. What the Disney Foodie Guide for Halloween left out is that this churro comes served as half a churro cut in half. I couldn't believe it when they handed me half a churro for $7.50. It tasted pretty good at least, but there's no world where I would ever recommend half a churro for $7.50. $15 if you want the whole churro. Disneyland has gotten fairly outlandish with some of their price points, but this is easily the most ludicrous. This is the most ludicrous in my opinion. 8 out of 10 for taste, -20 for value. Am I overreacting? I gotta get y'all's opinion. Is this true? My first reaction was like, that's not a full churro? What he's saying is that's half of a churro then cut in half. Can anybody confirm or deny this thing going on here? Is Food at Disneyland overreacting? Is he overreacting or this is crazy? Ballmania! Churros are back! Churros are back! 49 months for Ballmania! And churros are back. Josh tomorrow. That's a quote. Has Disneyland time change already come into play? I think it starts tomorrow, Bree. Tomorrow is the first day, if I'm not mistaken. Can I check? Can I check the times? Is that something I could do right now? Park hours. Yep. Yeah. So Disney, like today. I'll give you an example. Today, Disneyland closes at 12. Tomorrow being the 31st of August, 11 o'clock. DCA, 9 p.m. No, DCA closes early because of Oogie Boogie. DCA on Monday, 9 p.m. Yeah, everything starts tomorrow with the closure early. Excuse me? I'm not kidding. Dude, Chad don't lie. This is, he don't troll. He's always honest about everything. It's a full churro. I think it's just cut in half. That's what I was saying. Trust me, I thought that too. Serious. People are mad at Disneyland closing at 11. I wish Universal Orlando stayed open past 9. I know. Here in Southern California, we are spoiled. Like I think we got the best theme parks ever. We got Hollywood, Disneyland, not Six Flags. If you trickle down the line, you got SeaWorld over there. We got the Sesame Water Park or something. Sesame Street Water Park. I think that's what it is. Overreacting. I think it's a whole churro. The filled ones aren't long. They're short. A little bit of me wants to go get this to confirm or deny. I want to see the person grab a full churro, cut it in half, and then grab that half, and then cut that in half, and then $7.50, sir. Uh, that's a full churro, but still that's small. Yeah, we got different versions here. Mm-mm-mm. I feel this is one of those things where companies trying to see what they can get away with. Meaning, if there's no large uproar, it's probably what gets rolled out for all the churros at Disneyland. I could see it. I could definitely see that be a thing. Uh, do you know how long the time changes? I think the time changes are going to be like this until Christmas. That sounds terrible to say, but I think that's what's going to happen, which is very sad. I like the midnight closure. The last couple hours of Disney are always great. Honestly, the churros they used to sell at Costco tasted better. I, y'all know I'm honest. Costco churros are trash now. They're garbage. Like, I don't care what they could be 50 cents. They still suck. I'm not a fan of Costco churros. They're terrible. Costco does sell good golf gloves. I love their golf gloves. That's one thing I will buy always. um, does it look like the stage they're building at the Plaza is going to be used for Horror Nights? No. I could talk about that. Um, so in the Plaza, it looks like something's being built on the backside, the side closest to Fast and Furious. From all the rumors I've heard and the speculation, none of this is valid, just speculation. I heard that they're just setting up for the Grinch. Um, from what I've heard is that Grinchmas is like 1 week earlier, and to go from a change of Horror Nights to Grinchmas and lose a week, it's kind of brutal on the whole process of that. So they're already getting ready for Grinchmas, even though it's Horror Nights. That's what I've heard. I thought it was going to be Hamikuma stage, but everybody kept telling me no. So, and then John already confirmed Hamikuma is just like a meet and greet. It's nothing crazy. Some Disney items are pretty big, like the baked potatoes. The baked potatoes have got a little smaller. I will say that. You go pre-2019, baked potatoes were big ass baked potatoes. They were like Knott's size. Knott's has big baked potatoes now, which is crazy. I agree. Costco churros aren't churring anymore. I miss when Costco used to sell pretzels. They used to sell pretzels? I gotta look that up. Costco pretzels. Costco pretzels. Costco sold pretzels. The discontinued Costco pretzel we're dying to see back in the food court. Damn, this was written last year. I didn't know they sold pretzels. Damn. Yeah, that's news to me. I will say that looks like a very good pretzel. Damn. That's legit. Are you planning on doing an RIP tour? Also, is it worth it this year? So this is how I feel about RIP. Do I want to do it every year? Yes. I love RIP. RIP's the coolest thing ever. Costs a lot of money. Like let's take a look how much an RIP costs. I'm curious how much they are now. They probably went up in price already. Horror Nights tickets. They do not make it easy to buy a RIP. You gotta go all the way to the bottom. Did I not click it? Like, what's going on here? What the heck is going on? Dude, Universal is making it too hard to take your money. Like, this shouldn't be this hard. RIP. So there you go. Those are your RIP price. Wow, I feel like they haven't gone up, right? I don't think they've gone up. Maybe this is the breaking point. They're like, we really can't bump it up more than this. Opening week is the 4th, so there's a RIP. So RIP has sold out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the first 3 days of the event. Damn, they sold out actually 6 days right there. In this day, damn, there's a lot of days sold out of RIP. RIP is extremely worth it. Do you have the funds for it? You know, that's the question to ask. Because, you know, if usually you don't do RIP with just one person, it's multiple people. So, do you have multiple people to drop $450? In my case, I always feel like, should I do RIP? Is it worth it? If you want my honest opinion, you know what discouraged me from RIP? The Terror Tram. Like, that whole thing. I'm okay not doing any of that. The food at the Moulin Rouge, incredible every single time. I don't know. Like, me as a content creator, I don't think a RIP is worth it this year. And what I say by that, I could just buy Express Unlimited and do a live stream that. You know what I mean? I don't know. For me personally, I don't think RIP is worth it this year. For me, like me personally, but like for somebody not a content creator, you're just trying to have fun and you have the budget for it. Hell yes, if you could afford it, super worth it, super worth it. But me as a content creator, I don't think RIP is worth it. I don't see the value of like, oh, they're going to do that cool experience. I got to do RIP to do that experience. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Am I doing Express Unlimited? Hell yes. We're going to have some fun live streams this year. I'm doing RIP Halloween. Price not too bad this year. How much is that? I didn't look in October. $4.99. Okay. Damn, $509. $539. Dude. 2 people, 1,070 or 1,080. A lot of money. Do you think the reason for Knott's and Six Flags getting rid of some hot days is due to lack of ticket sales? I don't know. I literally don't know. I've had a couple conversations about this. I think it's just Universal went God mode. Like, we about to see some things that we haven't seen since 2019. And I've heard ticket sales at Universal Horror Nights are just way higher than whatever the hell they sold last year. I've heard that. Pretty big source on that one that I've heard. Like, Horror Nights is just killing it right now. They're killing it. I'll go back to John Murdy. We heard what the fans have been asking for, and we did it. Scary Farm gave us a zoo maze. And a lot of returning things. Fright Fest, returning things, and a Carnage, a clown maze. It's just very hard to compete with what Horror Nights dropped this year. It's just ridiculous. Like, with all my heart, I believe this is going to be one of the best years of Halloween Horror Nights we've ever had. Ever. One of the, I don't know if it tops 2019. To me, 2019 is my favorite year ever. I don't know if it tops that, but it certainly has a chance to just destroy 2019. I don't know if it could be 2019 because we didn't have Terror Tran. We had extra mazes. That's pretty hard to beat. But I think it's just look at it from the outside. Not in this theme park world. Look at it from the outside. Hey, what do you guys want to do for Halloween this year? Oh, we heard Horror Nights is doing Five Nights at Freddy's. What? Are you serious? Yeah, and they're doing Terrifier. What? No way. Let's go do that. You probably don't even get to, as a friend group, you don't even get to. Well, Knott's is doing the zoo. Like, that conversation doesn't even happen. It just, we're doing Horror Nights. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to dog Knott's at all. We know they do originals, but I think they got to change the game plan. You have access to IPs now because of Six Flags. You could go into Warner Brothers. I think it's time. Knott's needs to get on some of that IP. It's pretty simple. It, Chapter 1 at Knott's Berry Farm. Get Mesmer the hell out of here. It, Chapter 1 right there. And bring the Conjuring. Get the Conjuring out of Six Flags. Bring it to Knott's. I want the Knott's creatives on that. Knott's could just start going hard, man. With Warner Brother property, I think they could do Freddy. Imagine Nightmare on Elm Street at Knott's. Oh my God. Knott's could really come swinging next year if they're willing to do IPs. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of factors, and I'm not going to go into it all. But I think what's happening right now, Dark Harbor, I think, is affecting the playground. They're going to start hiring a lot of people over there. A lot of people love working at Dark Harbor. Dark Harbor sells out all the damn time. Dark Harbor is like the dark horse of all this right now. They sell out. Dark Harbor sells out a lot. They got a very strong fan base. They came back with the vengeance last year. I wasn't the biggest fan of all the stuff they did, but it's their first year back. You know what I mean? So hopefully year 2 is just ridiculous. They go all out. It's just so many other haunts. A lot of it's hard to employ these haunts. I think that's the best way to say it. It's hard to employ haunts and then at the same time, keep the talent at your haunt. It's hard. There's different pays everywhere. That's kind of a big motivation, I like getting paid more for what I do. Who wouldn't? So I don't know. It's tough. I don't really. How do I know ticket sales at Knott's? But I think it's just there's a lot of competition when it comes down to haunt. And from an employee perspective, maybe even economic perspective, there's only so much money to go around. That's why I was so confused of Superman, Jurassic World, Fantastic Four all dropping next to each other. What the hell? People are not rich like that. To keep dropping $25 for your stupid movies? No. Especially when they're not good. And that's kind of the scenario that's happening right now. We have so much haunt to do. People only have so much money that they're trying to spend. I want to spend my money where I think I'm going to have the best time. And I think the conversation is really getting dominated by Horror Nights. It just is. I was talking to somebody today earlier. I forgot the people's names, but it was at Starbucks. I think it was Starbucks. No, it was under the fire tower. This guy, he was with his son, and we were like, "How is Horror Nights doing Terrifier? What the hell?" No, it was at the studio tour. It was these two brothers or cousins at the studio tour at the exit. We were all talking Horror Nights, and it was just how did Horror Nights do Terrifier? This is the most uncorporate move ever. Terrifier. This extreme gore, ridiculous over the top franchise. And it's at Horror Nights. It doesn't seem real what's happening with Horror. Horror Nights just went in this god tier. I don't even think they match this level of excitement next year. I really don't. This year's just in this special realm of the stars aligned and they gave the fans what they wanted. That's just my opinion. I don't know what the truth is of why Knott's canceled. I bet you some of the truth, I don't doubt, is that the merger is not hasn't been kind to both these theme parks. So they let go of the president of Knott's, the CEO of Six Flags stepped down, if I'm not mistaken, or is about to step down. Things are ugly. Not even in the theme park world. Go to the corporate, the very top. These people getting paid ridiculous money to make bad choices. Those people are the ones causing bad things to happen that are trickling down. All of a sudden, you're doing less of your moneymaker? What? Like, Scary Farm is what makes a lot of money for Knott's, and then you're taking away days. Weird decisions. Really, really weird decisions. If I had to say, I'm heartbroken they took away days, because that's a lot of employment for a lot of people. Took their money away. Goodbye. You're not going to make money on Wednesday. But it is what it is, man. Same thing with Thursdays at Six Flags. That sucks. I like Thursday at Six Flags. I like going on those days. Even the Wednesday at Knott's. I like those days because I don't have to, there's no like, oh, do I go to Horror Nights or do I go to Scary Farm? No, there's just Scary Farm. Okay, I'm going to Scary Farm. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I hope the best for all these theme parks. Hopefully they regroup next year and things go bigger and badder, or not badder, but like they go bigger and cooler than they were this year, We got a super chat. The Anyev guy. I'm struggling to read. I had a coffee and I left it. I literally made it all nice and I left my coffee over there. I was like, damn. So I'm only drinking water. I know it's 10 o'clock, but I like having a coffee when I do a bonfire. But thank you for the super chat. Hi, Mondo. Is Tiana's ride drop steeper than Jurassic World the ride? If I had to just throw my 2 cents, I think Jurassic World is steeper. I don't know the metrics, but I feel Jurassic World way more than I feel a Tiana's. And I'm not dogging either one. It's just, that's how I feel. They're both big ass drops, man. I don't even know what else to say. Why do you ask that question? Are you hesitant to do Jurassic World or Tiana's? Thank you for the super chat. The Annie Ev guy. There we go. Are you hesitant of one of those rides? They both got big drops. If I had to take a guess, I think Jurassic World is bigger, taller, steeper, and dinosaurs. So scarier. But Tiana's is a lot of fun. I love Tiana's. Do I wish it was still Splash? Obviously, but whatever. Disneyland Tiana's is a lot of fun. But thank you for the super chat. I want a follow up post. Are you hesitant to do one of those rides? Is RIP worth it even if your tour is late? No, I don't think so. You get that 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock, 6:15. You want to be in there. Earlier the better. Somebody asked me about that. They're like, I could only do a RIP at 8. Do you think it's worth it, Mondo? I was like, no, I don't think so. The reason, there's a lot of reasons, but long story short, you want your RIP to end earlier so then you have more time after your RIP tour to just knock out as many mazes as you can with RIP line. You get what I'm saying? If you start at 8, you're going to finish, 11, 12. There's not a lot of leeway to knock out a bunch of mazes because you're kind of tired. Doing a RIP tour, it takes a lot out of you. I don't know why. You just feel tired afterward. But if you're like, I could only show up late, I just suggest you do Express Unlimited. Just go at your own pace, whatever you want. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Can some please tell me if you could buy a RIP ticket with early access? No, you do not. Do not. You early access just doesn't apply to RIP. It doesn't. A lot of people always ask that. I'm like, RIP is a scheduled thing. You're showing up at whatever that time is that you chose. That's what you're doing, and you have this like catered experience with the tour guide to do all the houses, all the shows, all the rides, if you so please. But the whole point of a RIP is it takes out the planning out of your day. You're just following the tour guide because they're gonna guarantee you have the best day ever. Like that's the whole point of a RIP. I'm trying to go with the group of 3 to HHN this year. Does express tickets only allow one express? Yes, one express on the houses and the rides. Like, don't forget, it worked. You want to go do a Secret Life of Pets, or is that open? I don't think that's open. You want to go do a Jurassic World? Knock it out. Your express works on that. We want to do all the houses. Yeah, it's express just means one. You have to get express unlimited to do multiple times. But express, you're good. You're good. You're going to finish them all. Isn't early entry a separate add-on? How would you not be able to do both? Honest question. Well, there's some people that do RIP at 8:15. You can't get your credential till 8:15. How are you going to do early entry at 6? You don't have a ticket to Horror Nights. Your ticket doesn't work till 8:15. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. That it makes sense to me. If that doesn't make sense to you, I'm sorry. Like that's the best I could explain it. Hey, maybe that means more scare actors at HHN. I don't know if I recorded it. I don't think I did. I don't think I was able to record when John Murdy said this. This is not verbatim, but he said this. He's like, usually we have like 200 to 300 actors that they just love coming year in, year out. This year, he's like, we couldn't believe the return. It was like 600, 700. Like it was like double, triple returning, old veterans coming. Everybody that's like in the HHN scare actor world, they're hyped to work this year. Like, I want to be Art the Clown. I want to be Jason. I want to go be La Llorona. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go be Lucy in Fallout. Like, these actors, everybody's hyped, man. Going behind the scenes, it's like the hype meter's insane from like the actor perspective. Dude, we're just in for a God mode year. I keep saying it. I keep saying it. Mondo, is Rip Tour basically the same every year? Yes, it's the same. You get a tour guide, lots of cool stories, behind the scenes stories. They take you to each house. You eat at Moulin Rouge, which is the VIP restaurant. They have like a photo op. Sometimes they have a scare actor be part of it. Sometimes they don't. You get to do this RIP experience at the Terror Tram. And I think one of them is like Exorcist Believer. So you'll take a photo with Exorcist Believer girl or something. I just totally checked out when I saw that. I was like, I'm good. That was like the deal breaker for me personally. Yeah, nothing's really changing on RIP. RIP, you get front row seat or really great seating for the Purge show at Waterworld. I don't think there's like big change. I guess a big change would be DreamWorks Theater, because that's part of RIP now too. So that's good. Hey, Chainsaw Man, for all we know, could be like 2-3 hour wait. Jujutsu Kaisen had a long wait. Horror Nights has more crowd. Chainsaw Man, I hope I get to watch it a lot. I kind of feel like I'm not going to be able to because it's going to be so packed. But I like when the theater gets a new show. It spruces up an old experience that like I don't really do, but I want to do now because it's new. The Annie Ev guy. Oh my god, is this another super chat? I can handle Jurassic drop, but it's dark and you can't see while you're dropping. But I am interested in Tiana's ride and watch your POV. But during the drop, you can see how high you are. That's what's scaring me. No, you totally can. Dude, like, let's watch a POV. I want to watch it. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. 5 fires. All right. Let's see. This is Tiana's, but that splash is insane. Right there. There is no avoiding like this. Like there's just no avoiding this at all. If you want my honest reaction, every time I do Tiana's Bayou Adventure and you get to this point, it goes like a glimpse. It's like, wow, look how high we are. It's by the time you know it, you're already getting water in your face. Like literally.
Oh my god!
Are you okay?
Holy
Dude, I remember, that guy in the front right there, wrecked. Just wrecked. But the Annie F guy, if I had to be honest, you're good. If you could do Jurassic, Tiana's is nothing. I know the height visual, it's there, but it's like a split second. It's not like it stays at the top and then, you know what I mean? Like hang time at knots or something. This thing is like, it's like registers for a split second. If you could do Jurassic World, I think you're totally fine to do Tiana's. And I hope you're able to do it. Tiana's a lot of fun. I don't know if I've ever been on a Tiana's and been like, man, that sucked. Only in Walt Disney World, their Tiana sucks. I know nobody wants to hear that, but their Tiana sucks. It's weird to say. I won't even go into it, but our Tiana's at Disneyland, amazing. The pacing, the way the music hits you, the scenes, everything's so much better at Disneyland. Do you know if the Fallout food place opened? Dude, that's so crazy you say that. I forgot to film Hollywood and Dine is all Fallout. I just didn't even think about it. Damn. I don't know if I'm going to film like my final update video, or was my final update video yesterday? I don't know yet. As weird as it sounds, like the video I've been wanting to film is if you're a scaredy cat, you must watch this. If you're going to Horror Nights, like I want to film a video like that. And the reason why, there is some people that are going to Horror Nights because literally Fallout, literally Five Nights at Freddy's, and I feel like that crowd's kind of big. So I was thinking of doing a video to like target that crowd of like, if you kind of want to avoid the scares, the best possible routes, this is the routes you would do. Should I film that video or just move on with your life, Mondo? That was literally one of the videos I've been wanting to film. We got a super chat. got $2 from Alani Palamula. Palamalu. Thank you for the super chat. Fire it up. Thank you for supporting the fire. We called Universal about the RIP. If you buy early entry, you could get your RIP credentials early and do your own thing before you go back to your time. Damn, that's news to me. That's crazy. That's like crazy value if you could get an hour of that. Next time I go to Universal, I'll see if I could ask that question. I've never heard that before. Because every time I've done RIP, I couldn't get my credential till 15 minutes before my RIP. So I guess if you buy early entry, it bypasses that somehow. I don't know, man. I believe you, but I've never heard that. I just realized our D23 Lorcana promos are up in price. I have mine just chilling, dude. I have no. It's probably like $100 card, maybe more. Do we know what houses will be part of early entry? We do not. Horror Nights, for some reason, never tells us, which is weird. But it'll most likely be Terrifier and Poltergeist. And I'm assuming Five Nights at Freddy's, possibly Jason, maybe? Maybe Scarecrow? I don't know. I don't know if WWE would open an early entry. Did Insidious, when it was there at Jurassic World, did it have early entry access? I don't know. That's a tough question. I really don't know. I love RIP in Hollywood. I appreciate RIP Pass. It's also our ticket, unlike Orlando, where you have to buy a ticket on top of RIP. And the buffet here is amazing. Yeah, Orlando, they just do ticketing different. I don't know if it's like a law thing, like they have, like Florida forces them to do it that way. I don't know. It's like you have to buy this to do that to do this. It's kind of weird. I got slapped in the face hard on Tiana's with a wave of water. Yeah, Tiana's. It's a splash. Mondo, I do agree with Twitter, with the Twitter post about Cusco and Kronk. Dude, let's show that real quick. Do I have my Twitter? Let me see. Right here, Drew. Look at this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was like a catered media thing, so like not normal people got to see this, but they had Kronk out, okay? And to make things even cooler, they had this character out, and to make things even cooler, did I not repost it? Oh my gosh, I didn't repost it. Was it Scott Gustin? I think it was Scott. He was posting all the characters. What? Yzma came out? Oh my Lanta. I did not know that. I didn't know Yzma was even in Florida. Right here, Emperor Cusco. Oh my gosh.
Of the hour, Emperor Cusco.
Dude, has he ever been out before? I've never seen this. I didn't even know this existed. Like, is this the first debut of this outfit? What? Bring this stuff to Disneyland. Why is this not at Disneyland? I don't know where they would put it, but bring it to Disneyland. This is a great movie. I love this movie. It's like one of my girlfriend's favorite movies. Like, I've had to watch it too many times. They could definitely bring a Resident Evil maze for us to fight zombies like they do in Universal Japan. I hope so, man. I'm a Resident Evil fan for many years. Fire. My son will be 10 on Wednesday, and he's going to HHN for two main reasons. Five Nights at Freddy's. He's hoping to meet. And number two, he's hoping to meet you. Will you be going on Saturday? I will most likely be there Saturday. When I think of Saturday, I have to show a visual. What I know I'm gonna feel like what I know I will feel like. Dr. Unk, I know he feels like this for sure. Right here. Because I'm going to go opening day, most likely Friday, because I want to do it all again. This is how I'm going to feel on Saturday. So, like, if I could get my arm locked back in, if I could somehow wake up from this tiring, no sleep-deprived body of mine, I might be there Saturday. But that's how I'm going to feel I already know I will feel like this on Saturday. Does anybody agree that this is how you feel after Horror Nights? Like, this is the greatest picture. It's a very accurate description of how you feel after Horror Nights right here. just feel broken. It was for Destination D23 attendee. Oh, so regular people got to do it. It was an after-hours event at Typhoon Lagoon. It was included in everyone's ticket to Destination D23. That's awesome. I thought it was a media event. I have no idea. Thank you for letting me know. That's cool. I would have gone crazy. I don't know if I've seen Kronk ever, especially Cusco. I don't ever recall that. Dude, what's up with the budget cuts at Knott's? Knott's Scary Farm show in Walter Knott Theater? Yeah, what happened to that? We got nothing in the theater. Brutality. That's budget cut, super budget cut. Let's see. I'm getting text messages that Jason Universe is insane. That the one in Hollywood is insane. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. And no Wednesdays. Knott's is killing me. Well, I got my Knott's pass. You know, I'm here to support Knott's always. Yeah, third night in a row pick for sure. Yeah, that's how you feel, dude. Second Walt animatronic thoughts. At first I was kind of like, why? Why don't you guys do Roy Disney? You know, like he's like the catalyst out there of what happened in Florida. But I think Walt being added to that show, I want to call it The Big Beautiful Tomorrow, but I know it's not that. I can't even think what it's called right now. Walt being added to that show at Magic Kingdom, I think it's a really great addition. And it's a great way to make something that is so old, like, I don't want to say more relevant, but it brings a lot of life to that show. And I know they're going to do other refurbs on the different scenes that they have. What is this show called? I can't even think of it right now. What is the show called? What is your name? All I keep thinking of is Big Beautiful Tomorrow. World Celebration? What is this show called? Can somebody tell me what this Walt... Where's this Walt going? Carousel of Progress. Thank you. Thank you. I have done Carousel of Progress and just fallen asleep. Not because the show was boring, but when you're in that Florida heat and you get to sit down and air condition, it just hits. You're just like, I'm passing out. No, Carousel of Progress, beautiful show. To get an edition like Walt, it's honestly perfection. I support it. I think it's a great decision. Our Walt here at Disneyland, uh, it's been an awesome addition to Opera House. I love it. I love that I can just go hang out with Walt Disney at any given time I go to Disneyland. How cool. The Walt animatronic would have hit even harder at Epcot. Where would they put him though, Peter? Somebody had a great point. I think it was my buddy Jared. I think he's in the chat. That Walt should have gone to Hollywood Studios, even though it kind of doesn't make sense, but that's really where it fits the best. Because they already have like a Walt museum with that video that gets played before our show here at Disneyland, A Magical Life. They're already playing it over there, and then just finish it off with Walt. But hey, they did something different location. It's cool. I support it. I'm not negative toward it at all. Would anyone else like to see characters from Labyrinth at FanFest? Would love to see Goblin King react with the fans. Labyrinth. I feel like I've watched that movie, but like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the criteria of what could come to FanFest is. You know what I mean? It could be anything, I guess. Sci-fi, anime, for sure. If it's for FanFest, is for sure those two things. But I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, what demographics are they trying to hit? You know, are they going for 80s kids, 90s kids, 2000 kids? I don't know. With the popularity of K-pop Demon Hunters, who do you think will get the rights to have the IP in the theme parks? I think it'll be Universal. I just don't see Disney doing it. Disney is very into all those billions of dollars that they spend on Fox and you know all these like other companies that got like swallowed up in that. Was it like 70 billion? It was a ridiculous amount of money. A lot of billions got spent on the Fox rights and all these other things that they bought. I think they're in the realm of making their money back out of that. They announced today that they're going to crank out another Ice Age. Ain't nobody watching Ice Age, but there must be some contractual things that keep cranking out. I don't think that stuff makes money. Nobody watches Ice Age. And every time I've heard anybody that watched Ice Age, they always say it's bad. Like the new ones. I'm not talking about the old ones. Those are great, but the new ones. I think it'd be Universal. But like, what would they do with that property? Like DreamWorks Theater? I don't know. It's a tough one. But Universal, they know anime makes money. They know anime has a following. They know that those fans will come to Universal for their anime. They know. Like, they 1,000% know. Even to the Horror Night, Michael Aiello, John Murdy, they were talking anime. They know. Not just FanFest, but the Horror Night crowd, which I would assume the president of Universal, Mark Woodbury, they're all on the same page of anime. They know for sure. The Bob Igers, like, what are they going to do with anime? What are they doing with Fortnite? What the hell's up with that? Oh, man. I love Ice Age. It's the perfect IP for Animal Kingdom. You know what's the perfect IP for Animal Kingdom? Dinosaurs, and they're ripping it away. Oh, man. K-pop Demon Hunter, an epic universe? It's a possibility if that happened. I don't know where it would go. To me, I think like the theater, like DreamWorks Theater. That's like the first thing I think of, but I don't know. Orlando is about to close, and FNAF is still 80 minutes. Wow. You know, I just want to say this real quick. Shout out to the scare actors that have to go beyond closing. You know what I mean? Just because they close at, I don't know, 2, these actors are still working to 3. And then to get out of all these blood and makeup and what, they don't get off work till like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So let's give a little purge horn to all those actors still working late at night. Most importantly, thank you to every single scare actor over there in Orlando and soon to be here in Hollywood that have to go beyond 2 a.m. That's their bodies and everything they're doing. That's a lot of work, man. So shout out to them. Not just them, Scary Farm, Fright Fest, Dark Harbors, all those actors that have to work beyond closing. Thank you. Thank you. From the Five Fire community, we say thank you to them. For sure. Just finished Jurassic Rebirth really bad. I gave it a chance multiple times. It's a hard movie to love. I just think it's bad. I thought it was bad. You know what movie I loved in the theater? And then I tried to watch it at home. I think it was 2 days ago. Thunderbolts. I was like, this movie's trash. I cannot watch it at home. For whatever reason, trying to get through the first 20 minutes, I just couldn't. But in reality, in a movie theater experience, Thunderbolts was wonderful. But at home, it just don't hit. It just don't hit. I don't know why. It just doesn't. You know what movie I am enjoying a lot more at home was Five Nights at Freddy's. That movie's just dark, man. When you really look back at that movie, you're like, what the hell? This is something really darker than I remember. Like, that's like the thought I had when I watched FNAF. Are you going to HHN Orlando? So in my mind, I think I am, but it would literally be I fly in Friday, do Horror Nights, hotel, and then just bring my ass home back on Saturday. Like I'm not trying to be out there like that. And I have a baby, you know, I can't be away too long. What's up, Foulball? Hell yeah. As an HHN vet, those nights are long. When you showed the Buzz Lightyear picture, that's how we feel once it goes to 5-day work weeks at HHA. Thank you, man. Dude, I'm telling you, this is accuracy. Like, let me see if I can bring that picture up again. Let's see. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know why it's just like bringing it up all weird. Yeah, dude, right here. Like legit, that's how you feel after Horror Nights, right there. Like this is accurate, like complete accuracy right here. The accuracy on this photo or GIF is ridiculous. You're just broken. It's just Horror Nights takes a toll. Not in a bad way. It's just that's how much fun you had, and to have that fun, there's a lot of walking, a lot of standing. In the scare actor world, it's a different world. You're doing all these movements in a repetitive mode. It's grueling. It's a grind. It's a very hard grind. You missed a member chat. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Birmhaven, I don't know, man. We're hitting all the buttons. All the buttons. We're hitting the buttons. We hit all the buttons, man. One more. 1 month. Thank you, Birmhaven. Hope there will be less conga lines in the houses line up. Also, will you be doing a HHN survival guide? You know, I don't do survival guides, kind of like I don't know if that's ever been a video I've ever done. The only one I was considering was the Scary Cat video. If you're a scaredy cat, you're watching the perfect video. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know if I'll do that or not. But a survival guide, like I wouldn't even know how to do that kind of video. You know what I mean? Because like everybody has different likes and wants, like what you're trying to do first or whatever. My survival guide is, what's your budget first of all? Can you afford early entry? Can you afford express? Are you rich? Can you just do RIP? That, like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do a survival guides. That's my answer. Um, the conga lines, I don't know, man. My heart tells me there's going to be a lot of conga lines. I want to ask the question. Any Florida people in here? I know it's kind of late for them. Was there a lot of conga lines in Orlando? I don't recall anybody complaining about conga lines on Twitter. So maybe they're doing really good with the pacing this year in HHN Orlando. But here in Hollywood, I would say there's probably going to be a lot of conga lines, which is sad, right? You want a better pace house, so you get scares, and you don't have a scare actor just looking at a conga line. That takes like the fun out of it. But if I had to take a guess, there's going to be conga lines. My thought this is my thought. There's a conga line. I just hope there's not the constant keep moving forward. You're just like, what am I supposed to do? I've been yelled at right in my face, like, keep moving, and I'm like, there's somebody in front of me. I can't do nothing. Like, and I'm a bigger dude, so I can't like move. Like, we're stuck. We're stuck. Yeah, the being yelled, keep moving forward, just like, I don't want to say ruins the experience, but when it's a constant throughout the maze, you're just like, this. I waited 3 hours for this. I want to enjoy the house. I want to look at stuff. Let me enjoy the maze. It's not like I waited 5 minutes and like I'm just taking my time and ruining it for everybody. I'm not. We all waited a long ass time. Let us enjoy the maze. Oh man. Yeah, the conga lines are awkward as a scare actor. Yeah, it's just, what can you do? It's like, do I keep scaring the same person? I don't know. It's an awkward thing. Yeah. Especially when you're behind a curtain and it's like, I know there's an actor right there. I see you. I see you. Oh, man. Do you think we'll get animatronic Bonnie and Chica? I don't know that answer. So, something in my heart kind of says we might just have Freddy in the middle in Hollywood. But I'll keep referring to what John said, or Michael Aiello, one of them said, that these are like 99% the same. So I think those animatronics just haven't gone up yet. To be accurate to the movie, I would assume you got Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and then Foxy, I think he said, is going to be like a projection or something. Like, our house is different than Orlando's. I don't know how different, but it for sure is different. It's not the same. It's not the same. We got Raul. You missed a super chat from the doctor. Thanks for reminding us, Benji. What? Oh my god, dude, I'm just screwing up today. I'm so sorry. You missed a super chat from the doctor. I did? Oh my life. I have my phone open on the side, like, just in case like these things happen. I'm so sorry, man. The doctor, are you going to Horror Nights, Raul? I hope you are, man. This is literally like the year to not miss Horror Nights. But the doctor sending 10. Raul, I want to ask, have you won any scratchers or slot machines lately? I haven't seen, I get your text messages like, I just won $300. You don't send me those no more. I'm always like, dude, the doctor must be the luckiest guy in the world. He's just dominating these wins. Oh, man. But I'm sorry if I missed that super chat. I don't see another super chat, Doctor. The Doctor. I have general admission and IBCCES pass in my budget. I don't know what that means. Thanks again for answering that question. My friend didn't like the Conga lines, is why I ask. I'll get a dining pass too. Yeah, you know, with the whole dining aspect of Horror Nights, I tried a lot of the foods. The slash curry, the slash area, the tacos over there are delicious. I don't know if they'll be the same because, a media event always has great food. You never know how things will be cooked at the theme park level. But those tacos were good. The other standout, just instant, I was like, wow, I can't wait to try that at Horror Nights again, was the walking taco. The walking taco will be sold in the Plaza, like the Monstros area. That thing was fire, man. I was like, man, I don't know why I've never ordered that at Horror Nights, but I will this year. The walking taco is legit. Very, very legit. Do you think they could bring FNAF experience to the former Walking Dead? I know. I thought that too, man. I had a conversation. I kind of wish FNAF was at Walking Dead. I feel like there would be more incentive to just leave it there. Let's just leave it there for like a year. But the fact that it's in the soundstage, I don't know how they could get that into Walking Dead, because of space and how things would match up from a square footage perspective. I don't know. But I wish, dude, a FNAF walkthrough. I think Universal would be licking their chops to sell FNAF merch all year long, especially with the movie coming out. My gosh, man. There's just a lot of money to be made in FNAF. Yeah, Raul needs to go to HHS. You gotta go, dude. The doctor sounds like a cool guy. The doctor! The best scratcher win was my almost blackout win on my Mediterranean cruise. The cruise line sell scratcher tickets? I've never heard of that. I've only done Disney cruise, so I've never done one of those cruises where you could gamble and play slots and blackjack and all that cool stuff. I never done one of those. They look fun. Mondo, what's up, Benji? Do you know if I have Express Unlimited for HHN and I'm in the park before the event starts, can I use my Express for rides? Or do I have to wait until HHN officially starts to use it? That's a great question. I don't know. I'll take a picture, Benji, and so I can remind myself. I have somebody I could ask that would know that answer right away. I'll just ask my Instagram story right now. I know there's so many people that could literally answer that question. Let me see. Anybody know the answer to this? All right, I'll ask my Instagram right now. There's a Five Nights at Freddy bucket hat. I did not know that. I'll find out that answer, Benji. I'll find that answer. Birmingham, it's a disabled pass for theme parks, or someone gets a pass, but the return time. I just didn't know. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that's what it was called. Those. I saw somebody in front of me talking about that today, where they were mentioning that it's like harder to get but easier to get, like if you're a person in need of it, because like you provide your information. I don't know that process. I've never done it, but I'm glad you're able to get that, Birmingham, if that's like something that would benefit you, you know. Cruise has scratcher slots, even high limit rooms. That's crazy, man. You're like, I'm gonna go on a cruise, and some people lose like thousands of dollars. Oh my gosh. Mondo, are you going to film houses at team member preview? If we're allowed to, without a doubt. Yes. But no matter what, on Thursday, gosh, I guess I should start talking about it now. Man, for some reason, I feel like we're far away from Horror Nights, but it's like in 5 days. On Thursday, I will be vlogging. Okay? I'm going to be vlogging. But I have a special host who will be live streaming. So on Thursday, opening day, HHN, we'll have a live stream. We could catch the ceremonies, do the houses, our reactions to all this in real time. If we like it, don't like it, love it, hate it, I don't know. We'll see. But we will have a vlog of opening day. So everything. And I think I'll be posting the POVs too. But I like posting my vlog first and then POV. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. But I have a special guest. I'm not going to say who it is. I think only my girlfriend knows who it is. But there's a special guest. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't feel like anybody could guess who it is. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. 5 days? I think you mean 5 nights. 5 nights at Freddy's. That's what I meant. I have a feeling I know who's going to take over the live on Thursday. I don't know. I don't think you know, man. I don't think you know. It's a special guest. It's a guy. It's not a girl. It's a guy. That would be cool if we had a girl take over. We've done that before, my girlfriend, but we have a baby now, so she can't do stuff like that. I loved it when my girlfriend would cover Oogie Boogie. She loves Oogie Boogie, positive outlook on it all. I just feel tainted with Oogie Boogie, so it's hard for me to be like, this was great. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm just I don't know. I have to be honest. I'm tainted with Oogie Boogie. I'm tainted. It's not Monica. I wish it was Monica, but no, it's not Monica. It's not Monica. Trying to see if anybody's answered that question that I asked. So the question was, do you know if I have Express Unlimited for HHN and I'm in the parks before the event starts, can I use my Express for rides until before HHN starts? One person has answered, I think as long as it's after 2 p.m. Or if they have early entry, they should be fine. So I don't know if yeah, and the person that answered that, I would tend to believe what she says. This person knows a lot. It's a great question, Benji. I almost want to say like your ticket might work at 2 p.m. because a lot of people do buy 2 p.m. and have Express Unlimited, you know. This is a 2-hour live stream. I don't even know. I gotta get out. I'm supposed to be playing Fortnite tonight. I gotta get my white Power Ranger. I got the green Power Ranger 2 days ago. And my girlfriend's like, why don't you change your skin? You always have the same skin. I'm like, I don't. That's the only one I care about. I don't. It's gonna be very hard for me to be something else than the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. I kind of wanted the Red Ranger, but I was like, I'm not gonna be playing as a Red Ranger. I like the Green Ranger. When Mystery Bay was live for HHN and switched the title to Disney, I'll never forget that. For some reason, our live stream ended while we were in, was it Evil Dead Rise or something? Evil Dead Rise? It's the Walking Dead maze. Our live stream just ended. She just redid another live stream while in the maze, and it said like Small World opening day or something. It was like a Disneyland title, and she was in the middle of the maze. So like if somebody thought they were going to click a Disney live stream, you had a chainsaw right in front of you. That was crazy. I was like, oh my God, change the title now. We can't have it like that. Yeah, I got the Green Ranger, dude. I have played a lot, but I will say I win a lot. Like, I guarantee my percentage of winning is literally like 8 wins to 2 losses. Like I don't want to say I'm good, but for whatever reason, every time we play in a group that we play with, we just win. We won like 12 in a row or something. Even Noah could attest to this. I'm not BSing you guys. And we were playing with our buddy Gavin, Demi's brother. That was fun. Fortnite's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All right. I gotta get out of here. I didn't realize we've been live this long. So people are commenting now on my Instagram that it should be only for HHN time. It's a great question. I've never been in that scenario. All right. Love you guys. Have a good night. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. I might have a video tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to even do speculation tomorrow. But we'll see. I got to talk to Danny. All right. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. For all the people prepping for HHN, we are this close. We're like this close. Couple more days. But man, Horror Nights is upon us. The big kahuna. I'm excited. I am so excited. All right. Smash the like button. We are firing it down.